Hey guys, we're sitting in a '09, I think, '09 or '06, I think '09, Kia Sedona minivan. And you can tell by the title of this video, I'm a little flustered as to why I hate remanufactured crap, because that's what it is. Vanessa O starters that are remanufactured are garbage. We're on we're going to be on number 3 here today. Car got towed in, 187,477 miles. Had the OG starter in it, the factory one. And finally, it went kaput. It just got to the point where the car wouldn't crank. It was just, nothing. You had nothing. Get under there, little love tap with a hammer, boom, good to go. So, to help the customer out that day, ordered one from the old Advance Auto, and we put it in, and he drove it home, and then he got towed back. Well, could have gotten towed back. I'll clarify my story. He was concerned because it just made a, what do you call it, like an airplane whirling sound, and then he'd have to try it 2 or 3 times. Finally it would start. So I'm like, well, to me it sounds like the Bendix is not engaging in the starter. Starter's junk, get it back to the shop, we'll put another one in it. So I come in early this morning at 7 a.m. They got me another one of their junk reman starters. I put it in, text the customer by 8 o'clock and say, hey, your car's done, no charge, ship it, good to go. And that was before I started it. I get in it to start it, zing, clank. So, that's that. So let's just have a listen to what our reman starters sound like. So I'm going to put it in clear flood mode just so we can crank it without it starting all the time. It's kind of a 50-50. It may work, it may not. Hear it? Oh, it's in the start. Oh, there it goes. Now it decided to engage. Frickin' junk. We'll do it again. We'll do it again for the sake of demonstration. Hopefully the camera picks up the noise. Wait for the dinger. That time it cranked. That time it cranked. Cranked again. That's 3. Make a liar out of me. At least it did it the first time, right? It's gonna happen every time now. Now it's gonna work. First time you heard it fail. But we got her warmed up a little bit. See my frustration? Starter sounds awful anyways when it winds back down. Of course now we've got it a little warm, so it's probably going to work. I'll tell you this, if you pull it outside and let it sit and let it get cold, that's when it's going to do it. Of course, when I put it in, the starter was still cold from, being brought here on the first freaking start. It does it. And of course, I just drove it in from outside, throw it on the lift, and give you guys a good pissing and moaning video. Because when you call back the warranty hotline, where they will reimburse only half of your labor rate for putting on their junk parts, they start to question you on the second go round and basically try to tell you that you're clearly doing it wrong. Of course now it's going to work every time. However, you guys seen it fail the first time, and I've had it fail multiple times since. So let's go take this starter out and have a little gander at that. Of course we can't rip it down because we'll void our warranty, but if I can give you any advice, don't buy remanufactured junk. This is all just crap parts that they take and little spray paint and might slap a solenoid on it or a set of brushes or whatever parts failed. Just buy a new starter and move on with life. Or if it's an alternator or an AC compressor, never ever buy a remanufactured AC compressor from Advance. Ever. because they will completely destroy your AC system. So I'm just going to tell you that straight up. They are straight garbage. If it's in a box and it's spray painted black, do not put it on if you have a good AC system, because it won't be long and you won't have a good AC system. You'll have an AC system, but it'll be full of metal and garbage. And it'll be bad. You'll be mad. You'll be punching the wall. So, I don't mean to be pissing and moaning, but it just freaking ruins your day, because now, you know, the customer anticipated getting it first thing this morning, which, you know, I told him he could have, you know, it's under control. But things don't always go as planned. Sometimes you gotta do things 2 or 3 times. And I don't know what's going on with the parts in the world, but they suck. Especially remanufactured stuff. Even, I tell you, even nowadays, the new stuff, the stuff that is new, you know, not rebuilt, it's just Chinese crap, you know. I mean, yes, it's new, but it's like a new casting, but it's not the actual OE casting. However, they are better than the remanufactured stuff is straight garbage. The last time I did a rack and pinion from Cardone through Advance, we went through 5 of them before we got one that worked. And you want to get pissed off, put 5 rack and pinions, you know, in an Impala. And so we did that. And unfortunately, the 5th one, when we put in, we finally got one that would turn, and then we got one that wouldn't leak, you know, so we were good. 6 months later, it's leaking. It's pumping power steering fluid right out the steering shaft. And, you know, now you got to go tell your customer again, like, hey, remember how we did 5 of them right in a row and the vehicle never left the shop? Well, guess what? You need another one. So I don't know where the quality control is. Of course, when you call, like I say, you call the warranty department to submit a labor claim, you know, they treat you like an asshat, and, you know, be like, oh, if you know what you're doing, you know, we're not ASE certified, so I can't give them my credentials, but whatever, dude. So let's take the starter out of this baby. So I'm pretty sure Advance Auto will never sponsor my channel. I could give a rat's butt if they do. I just say it how I see it, folks. And I guess, where the heck did that just go? It's right here. I guess the thing that kind of pisses me off today, because this is the second thing I've had to eat from there this morning, because the first one that came in, against my better judgment, I worked on a Volkswagen. So I had a, you guys got time for a story, right? I thought so. 05 Jetta with a 2.5 came in. Any of you that follow us on Facebook, you've seen, let me get it for you, this little guy right here. So that's the drain plug that came from Jiffy Lube. Yes, that's supposed to have threads on it, but it doesn't. They completely kiboshed the oil pan on this car. So, lady brought it in with a complaint of an oil leak. And it's the 2.5 liter, so it has the infamous vacuum pump leak. Yeah, you gotta pull the O2 sensor out of this. And of course, the oil was just gushing out of the drain plug. So I got her a new oil pan from V-Dub. And I also noticed it was leaking oil out of the valve cover a pretty fair amount, and leaking around the PCV grommet on the valve cover. The only way to buy the PCV valve on the V-Dub is to buy the entire unit from Volkswagen. You got to buy the whole valve cover. Like I say, against my better judgment, I looked, and I says, I wonder if somebody makes a repair kit for that. And guess who does? Where? Dorman makes one. Why do I keep doing that? Okay? Get on there, little guy. Why did I buy a Dorman part? I don't know. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I need to go see somebody, a therapist or something. But Dorman makes a repair kit. A PCV diaphragm repair kit for Volkswagen. So I gave the lady a choice. We can buy the valve cover, for 135 bucks, or we could buy the PCV diaphragm repair kit for a nickel. So of course, we get that. I pull the valve cover off. I put the new gasket on it, the new spark plug tube seals, the whole spiel comes with it. I get it all on, I get an oil pan on, everything's done. Car's looking great. I start it up, and I've got 22 inches of vacuum on the dipstick tube. So, the PCV valve diaphragm repair kit was a complete foul. It was installed properly. I actually took it back out to have a look at it, and it was perfect. It would not seal. So, had to send her, "What's up, Mrs. O?"
I need a scheduling question about.
So like off camera?
You can leave the camera on if you want.
Are you gonna use people's names, likenesses?
No, not necessarily.
Alright, we're just completely bitching in this video.
Oh.
Can you imagine about what?
I can't imagine.
Huh? What am I doing for the third time?
You know, it's probably, I was just thinking, you haven't had very many labor claims lately, but the last week, you've made up for it.
Yeah, they're getting some today. So what's your question?
This?
Yes.
I see this is you all day, and
yes.
then is this all Josh?
I gotta do the alignment, but he'll put the tires on.
Okay, so I can schedule something for him, like at 9:30?
Yeah, no, 10:30.
Okay.
So anyhow, back to the V-dub story. Are you guys looking straight up my nose? I think you probably are. So on the V-dub, I ended up telling the lady, like, you know, we got your car all together, everything's sealed up, it ain't gonna be leaking, not with 22 inches of vacuum in a crankcase. So I had to tell her that I would give her all her money back on the shitty Dorman part we put on there, and I would install the factory valve cover at absolutely no charge if she bought the part. You know, naturally I'm not going to pay for the part, but I put it on for free. I gave her the money back on the Dorman part, and that's that. But it just sucks, man. It just, because nobody cares, you know. These aftermarket companies, they don't care. You know, Dorman's probably a multi-billion-dollar company. What do they care? Little old Eric in Avoca, New York, gets their crappy parts all the time. They keep selling them, they keep making them, and it is what it is. So, that's how my day started. So that lady came in, and she's a really nice lady. She works at a radio station, and I might actually be on the radio, which would be fun. She wants to do a little car segment. So, nice lady, but I hate doing stuff twice, especially when it's not my fault. And it's just the makers of these crap parts. And it just takes up time. And it's something you don't have a lot of in this industry, sometimes. I got a parking lot full of stuff. I gotta get things done. This guy, starter's not gonna be here till 3:30. That's when he's on a big time crunch, you know. He works, his wife works, they need the car. They anticipated it having it this morning. And that's that. You're looking right at my nose, aren't you? But I don't know, this is just how it freaking goes. And just like Vanessa said, you know, you don't have a labor claim for a while, and then it's just a mountain of them. There's just one thing after the next after the next. And that's the way it seems to go. Alright, I feel better now that we've talked. I'm not so upset. We'll see. If I put this third one in and this thing doesn't work, that mother effer's gonna get some flying lessons, let me tell you what. I don't think that'll solve anything, but I'll feel a hell of a lot better. So where do you guys buy your parts from, and what do you think about aftermarket or remanufactured stuff? Now, where our shop's located, getting an OEM, you know, Kia part you know, it would take a couple days probably by the time I had it. What a thunder. So that's why, you know, we don't go, or didn't go OEM. Naturally, if we put this third one in and it's junk, which is not even here yet, so you guys won't see that part. Unless it is junk, I'll kick that camera on and we will lose our mind together. But yeah, I would love to use OEM on everything. That would be fantastic. Do you know how full my parking lot would be waiting on parts? It would be a friggin' nightmare. Okay. Whew, you'd think I'd be quicker at this third time around. I'm not. Flat rate on these starters is an hour. You get paid for a half, essentially. They pay you for the full hour at half your rate. There it is. Has a sugar. Has an 800 number on it, and it says that they have factory-trained ASE technicians who are waiting to help. All right, I bet you do. So now what we have to do is they've got to spin this engine over to make sure their piece of crap starter did not ruin this customer's flywheel. Because when that Bendix would act up, man, this thing would slam in and out of there and bang and pop and carry on and all that stuff. And of course, you know, the guy on the other end of the phone that pays your labor claim wants to tell you all about how he was a mechanic and that we definitely got a bad flywheel. Well, if we didn't, we're gonna have if we keep using their crap. Let's see. Everything's looking lovely. I mean, she got some beauty marks on it, obviously where it was slamming. I mean, it'd kick in, it'd kick out, and everything else. And there's our white paint mark. We're back to where we started. Yeah. You being naughty. It's like your sister. Are you being naughty, Chloe? Huh? Are you being naughty? Yeah. Are you being naughty, Chief? They're just like your kids.
They sure are. Smelling each other.
Alright, watch out. Get out of the way. Got everything out of your teeth? Not chewing?
I
Not
don't
to
know.
poop, fart, or anything?
It's not like they can smell it.
Oh. I just had it today.
At least you have work to do.
Yeah, it's called rework.
Well, you get paid for it.
You get paid half your labor rate.
Well, it's better
So-
than nothing.
I know, but
What?
the inconvenience.
Yes.
This fellow wanted his car at 8 o'clock. I came in early. Lost sleep last night. Woke up, came in early, got the part, come here. Boom, bam, bam, boom. Call him up, text him, yo, man, your car's done. I go to start it.
So was that starter made on a Monday or a
No,
Friday?
it's called frickin' made it remanufactured. I don't care if it's Monday through
What's it?
Sunday.
Well, maybe as the day it got painted then.
Yeah, well, these ones aren't even painted. We already went through the whole, you know about the painted deal?
So they just put it in a new box?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's shiny, but there you go. So, I just had to make a video, so I wasn't.
So what? You could have somebody rub your back for
No,
you?
it's called therapy time. Just pissed, man. That's the second thing today is stupid Volkswagen and stupid frickin' Dorman parts.
Yep. There's other options?
Yeah, well, yeah, OEM. What are we gonna do?
That's not really an option.
You're gonna have your parking lot filled all the way over a laundromat up and down Main Street waiting for parts.
And,
You know?
Hey,
And what are you gonna do? You got the shop down the street. He's gonna be fixing the car for a nickel with the wing dong stuff they sell at Advance. Or we can be like, oh, you need a starter for your car? Well, I can get you the OEM one for $799, or we can get one, you know, wing donger downtown for freaking $49 and a nickel. You know, with
Yeah.
lifetime warranty. Yeah, lifetime warranty ain't. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, I'm just pissed off today.
well, the
that's
day
it.
can't last forever.
I know, but server tomorrow. If I put that third starter in there, there's gonna be some gunfire in Avoca.
You gonna shoot the car?
The starter. I'm gonna take it out, and I've got 5 rounds, and I'll put all 5 of them in it. And I'll be happy. And that'll be a sweet video.
Can you send it back at that point?
I don't even really care at that point.
Can they remanufacture it after that?
They probably will. They'll be like, well, this one's gonna need just a couple brushes. Anyhow, guys, that's it. That's my rant video. Never done a rant video. I've ranted in videos, but this video is purposely for therapy session. That's what Sheba's doing right now. She's getting some therapy on her sister. She's frustrated. Hi, Sheba. So, she's gonna take a round out of her.
I think it's a pretty fair fight.
No way, man. Sheba always dominates her.
I don't know.
She does. Because Chloe's got a bum leg, so Sheba always goes for the back leg. She knows her weakness, and she bites it till she squeals. Don't you, Sheba? So, yeah. Anyhow, that's it. End of the video. Show's over. Thanks for watching.